You're sitting on your couch at night, texting a woman you genuinely like. Everything has been smooth, natural, the kind of connection that makes you think, maybe this could be something real. She was warm, she was present, she responded fast. And then suddenly, she isn't. Tonight her replies are colder, shorter, more calculated. You ask a question, she answers hours later. You open Instagram, she posted a story from a party, but didn't reply to you. You suggest meeting tomorrow, she says she'll let you know. And you feel this sinking heaviness in your chest. Not because you're weak, because you're confused. Everything was perfect. Why is she pulling away? Here's the truth. Most men never learn until after they lose the girl they wanted the most. She didn't pull away because she lost interest. She pulled away because she felt too much. And whenever a woman feels strong attraction, something ancient inside her activates. A subconscious scanner, a feminine survival algorithm, a psychological test left over from millions of years of evolution. And whether she realizes it or not, she will use that test on you. Not because she wants to hurt you, but because she needs to know if you are who she hopes you are. Most men think women test them when they're losing interest. But the harsh truth is this. Women test the men they are most attracted to. The more she likes you, the more she will test you. Because attraction for women isn't just excitement, it's risk. Deep attraction makes her vulnerable. Vulnerability triggers fear. Fear triggers testing. To men, this feels like betrayal. To her, it's safety. She's afraid of choosing the wrong man. And she's even more afraid of loving a man who turns out to be weak. So she needs to know, can he handle stress? Can he lead emotionally? Will he crumble if things get hard? Is he as stable as he seems? Will he stay calm in chaos? Will he become needy if I pull back? Every woman, even the most loving one, has this primal radar. You think she's distant, she's observing. You think she's annoyed, she's measuring. You think she's picking a fight, she's checking your strength. This is the test millions of men fail. Not because they're bad men, but because they never learned the rules. A man falls in love through comfort. A woman falls in love through assessment. If you ask women why they test men, they'll often say, I don't test men. And they're not lying. They don't consciously plan it. Testing is instinct. Testing is survival. For thousands of years, a woman choosing the wrong man meant real danger, abandonment, lack of protection, starvation, vulnerability. Her biology evolved a method to predict male behavior under pressure. Stress-induced evaluation. It's not logical, it's not strategic, it's mechanical automatic, built into the feminine instinct. The tests aren't about the situation, they're about your reaction. Testing is subtle. Women rarely test with dramatic shouting or explosive fights. That's TV. Real feminine testing is quiet, almost invisible. It shows up like this. She gets a bit colder. She delays her reply. She challenges a small thing you said. She asks a loaded question. She creates a tiny disagreement. She pulls back slightly and watches. She mentions another guy's name casually. She makes a small accusation like, "Do you even like me?" Each moment is a psychological mirror. She wants to see your emotional frame. Do you panic? Do you chase? Do you over-explain? Do you get defensive? Do you act insecure? Do you lash out? Because here is the biological reality. If you crumble during a test, her attraction collapses. If you remain calm, centered, and unfazed, her attraction deepens. Her tests are not about right or wrong. They're about emotional strength. She's asking, are you stronger than my emotions? Most men don't recognize tests when they happen. They think it's an argument, or disrespect, or moodiness. But the signs are consistent. 1. Sudden coldness. She withdraws warmth just to see if your internal stability collapses. 2. Mentioning another guy, she wants to know if you'll compete, rage, or stay composed. 3. Unreasonable questions. She's searching for confidence, not just answers. 4. Mood swings. She wants to see if you can stay steady in emotional storms. 5. Starting small arguments. Conflict reveals character. 6. Cancelling plans. She's checking if you'll beg, get angry, or maintain your self-respect. These are not attacks. They're insights. Women test to see your nature, not your reaction. In modern society, all the psychological conditions behind feminine testing are amplified. Dating apps give women endless options, which increases comparison, anxiety, and the need to evaluate. Social media floods women with attention, which inflates standards and heightens fear of settling. Movies tell women to demand perfection, and tell men to be soft, emotional. Endlessly validating therapists tell women to never settle, and tell men to communicate more, which often means surrendering masculine strength. This creates a toxic loop. Women test more intensely because they fear disappointment. Men fail more frequently because they've been taught weakness disguised as vulnerability. The system is rigged against masculine frame, and men don't lose because they're unworthy. They lose because they're unprepared. When a man repeatedly fails a woman's tests, something shifts inside her. Respect dies first, then attraction dies, then love dies quietly. She stops trusting your leadership. She stops feeling feminine around you. She starts feeling emotionally heavier than you, which makes her resent you. She doesn't leave immediately. She leaves mentally months before she walks away physically. The collapse is never loud. It's silent, like a candle burning out in an empty room. Here is the truth no man wants to accept. Women do not test men to punish them. They test men because biology requires it. The feminine mind needs to know if you are grounded, because she cannot be feminine with a man who isn't. You can be good. You can be loving. You can be loyal. But if you are emotionally unstable, she will lose attraction, even if she doesn't want to. This isn't cruelty. It's instinct. Women test men they desire. They test men they fear losing. They test men they feel something for. Tests are not rejection. They are confirmation attempts. And if you fail, she doubts your strength. And when she doubts your strength, she cannot trust your heart. Here is how men win. 1. Stay calm under pressure. Your emotional tone is worth more than your words. 2. Do not overreact. Silence is more powerful than explanation. 3. Hold your boundaries. Boundaries are masculine gravity. 4. Don't chase reassurance. Confidence collapses when you seek validation. 5. Don't try to fix her mood instantly. Lead, don't submit. 6. Stay on your mission. Purpose is the masculine anchor. Women follow men who follow purpose. 7. Understand what testing really means. If she's testing you, it's because she wants to feel safe with you. She wants reassurance, not word, but emotional leadership. She wants to know, if life gets chaotic, will you crack? When you don't crack, she opens, she softens, she trusts, she attaches deeply. Because passing her tests isn't about impressing her, it's about proving to yourself that you have the strength to lead the relationship she hopes you can handle. Masculinity isn't proven in your best moments, but in the moments when everything feels uncertain. Women test men because love demands strength, and a man's strength isn't shown through words, but through the calm he maintains in chaos.